Okay, so welcome back to my channel. I am doing a short little video right now. This will be a build video, but it will be a build of a amethyst rock. So for the purpose of this build, I am using two boulders from the debug menu. They're both from base game debug. And then I've got a wide selection of various sized crystals. So I have two. The bigger size is technically called quartz, and then the smaller one is being called amethyst, but they look about the same shade. So I just decided to call them amethyst to make my life simpler. And so I'm just going to slowly build kind of a nice crystal display. As you're watching, you'll notice that I tend to follow the lines in the boulders. So anywhere that there appears to be a crevice or kind of a natural indentation in the boulder is where I tend to create my lines for the crystals. Something really important is varying the sizes. So even though some of them will be really small and hard to see, they still kind of add a necessary texture and a necessary realness to the gathering of the crystals. So hopefully you're enjoying the song in the background. I never know what to pick. I'm still kind of getting used to the mechanics of putting, songs in and even incorporating my own voice as well. So it's all just a work in progress. But yeah, so we are moving right along here. Something I find helpful while I'm building is to just kind of constantly be rotating my view. So I apologize if that kind of causes a little bit of jumpiness. I did speed the video up because otherwise this was well over 40 minutes for this first build here, this first crystal rock. So yeah, and I'm not using any kind of MC command or I know there is another mod that's called tool or something where you can rotate objects differently. I may look into getting into at least that one anyway for decorating purposes, but right now I'm just trying to really see what I can come up with and test my limits while using the base game. Something or a few tips that I find helpful when I'm making these kinds of decorations, and something I've even done when I'm building kind of rooms, is I tend to see an object and then that might become sort of my inspiration. So in this case, I wanted to make a crystal boulder. I looked at some in the Forbidden Grotto and I was like, I think I can make those. So that was sort of my idea to begin with. So with the amethyst rock, some tips. So I'm doing the shift and like the bracket resizing as one of the main controls. And then the other would be using the 0 and the 9 to raise and lower the crystals. Those are kind of the primary tools that you would need in order to accomplish this. So I did trim out most of the footage, but you will see that I ended up having to go back into debug, or in this case, I think it might have been under the kitchen clutter that you can find once you've unlocked debug. Anyway, to get more crystals because I thought that it looked like a lot when I laid them all out before I started building, but it just didn't end up being quite enough. I really wanted it to be full. Not sure yet what I want to use these crystals for. I don't know if it'll be something that I maybe move into like a landscaping, so I could maybe have it in like a garden or in a yard, or if it'll be maybe a decoration within a house, so some kind of big display. But either way, I find them really meditative to build. But they're definitely, I mean, they're definitely a little tricky. They're really finicky. Sometimes moving the mouse and trying to get the positions and get them to kind of lock on exactly where you want can be a little bit of a trick, but it's definitely worthwhile, and they are really fun to build, if I'm being honest. Well, that's all for this quick build. Let me know what you think. Was the video too fast or was it too slow? I've kind of been messing around with the speed of playback, but I have found that I do kind of get a little bit nauseous if the video goes too fast. So it's also kind of on account of me that it's a little slower. Anyway, thanks for taking the time to watch. Let me know if you try out making any crystals yourself, or if you would want me to maybe load this up on the gallery. Take care. Happy simming.